Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina in Lake Taneycomo. Happy New Year. It is January 1st, 2025. It's kind of hard to say. I'm out here in the trophy area just between the tennis courts and Andy Williams' house. The water is not running. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And Jackson and I, we're going to throw a fly rod and fish a scud. You can see Jackson's on his bed, relaxing. I'm going to try to keep the camera out of the sun. I'm going to throw a number 14 Peppy Scud, 6X tippet, about 4 feet under an indicator. Check that. I'm going to go a little deeper. This scud is not weighted. I'm going to go about 5 feet. I really do want this thing closer on the bottom. They ran water. I might have to put a little split shot on there. It's not, I don't know if it's going to get down or not. I'm not very organized. I don't want to use very small or very big split. Just enough to really start it. I'll put it about a foot above it. Little tiny thing. That should help a bunch. And I think I want to get a little closer to this inside bank. Sorry about the sun. I like this better. Really turned out to be a beautiful day. Okay. Oh, I'm a little bit shallow for my trolling motor. Ooh. Still a little shallow. Okay. We're going to start fishing right here. That back end will swing around here in a second. Oh, we've already broke free. Okay, so Blake didn't have a trip this morning, but Steve Dickey did. Blake said that they ran two units this morning, and Blake said they caught them on the Provo rig, dragging a number 10 gray scud on the bottom. Said they caught a lot of fish. They shut the water off about noon. I've still got a little bit of current up here, which is perfect. I just had a bite. Should have set the hook. Oh, I had him hooked. That would have been a first cast on the first day of the year. Whee. So my line is both drifting and then I'm working it just a little bit. Should be just skating across the water just a little bit. Or across the bottom. You know what? Did I break off? Nope. My split shot did slide. So I don't like about these split shots. They don't stick to your line very good. Just pull that up there for a minute. I'll drift down a little deeper water here. Did practice a little bit with a zebra midge up here, and I didn't do any good at all. So that's why I went to a scud. They're not being real active, at least on the surface, so. Okay, I can drop that back down now. I'm going to work out in a little deeper water as I go, I think. First fish of 2025. Don't take my scud, please. He just barely hooked. All right, praise the Lord. Sorry. Oh, he just barely hit it. It said that this difference, I think there's a big difference. Of course, the bites are not all the same all the time. There's a big difference in getting a bite on a scud and a bite on a zebra midge. That scud is more of a vibration, and a lot of times they'll pick it up and move, so the float will not necessarily go under, but it'll start to move, kind of like a crappie. Most of the time it's a little vibration with it starting to sink a little bit, or they'll just take off with it. In a zebra midge is just, sometimes there's vibration, but a lot of times it just goes under, just starts to go straight under. And the difference is the scud is, they pick it up off the bottom, and they got to move side to side, whereas the zebra midge is hanging there, and when they take it, the tendency is to pull it down just a little bit. Oh, missed him. Uh-oh. Nope. I think I'm okay. Yeah. Got 2 splashes. I think you miss a lot more bites using a scud too. I don't know why. Sure seems like it. That first bite and that bite, I did feel the hook in the fish's mouth just for a second. It just kind of pulled out. Oop. Or it could just go under, disappear. Needle one. Nope, it's a rainbow. I thought it was brown, a little brown again. Kind of losing my son. Let me check yeah, it's good. I am going to change my glasses. And I'm going to put my jacket on too. Okay. Okay, how many bites did I have? Okay. I'm back up against my bank again. Wind must be a little bit out of the east and blowing me kind of. Blowing me up against my shallow bank a little bit. You get to watching the float, you don't notice which direction you're floating. I just gotta wonder how many bites I'm missing because I just don't see the bite. That's what I'm thinking when I watch the float for so long that I'm not getting any indication that I'm getting a bite. I'm thinking this trout could be down there chewing on that fly and I just don't see it. That's why I like to move the float fairly often, because if one is chewing on it and I go to move the float, it's going to pull the float under a little bit. Or it's going to cause the fish to react and move the float a little more, and hopefully set the hook in time. Oh, little vibration there. I would not have seen that if it was further out, or if the chop was going. I lost my chop, and that they had just a few little rings around the float. That might be my issue. They're being real super tentative. So we oh, took that one under. We took Caleb, our son, and his family, Maggie and the 3 kids, up to St. Louis on Monday. Monday? Yeah, because they flew out New Year's Eve day out of St. Louis back to Boston. We took them to the St. Louis Science Center. Okay, what's going on here? We took them to the Science Center. Well, we took our kids to the Science Center when they were young. We used to go to St. Louis and visit our friends Gene and Steph. Stefan and Steph was awesome tour guide, so he took us around to all the places at St. Louis that when the kids were young, our kids were young, and the Science Center was a place that we took our kids, so we were able to take our grandkids there on Monday. That was like a little bit of deja vu, I guess. The Science Center has not changed much over the years. It's a great place to take kids. It's a lot of hands-on stuff. So I've kind of changed the way I'm fishing this scud. Yeah, I'm leaving the scud sit a lot longer and then not moving it as much. I've gotten 3 bites in a row. It's not a bad fish. I always say the chop helps. In this case, I'm seeing the bite a lot better when the chop goes away. Are you done? No, you're not done. Not too bad, maybe 14 inches. Female, and it did have a lot of rubbing going on its chin, her chin, which means she's building a bed. I may do a lot of editing on this video. We'll see. X out a lot of the dead spots. Now that I think I've got a bead on what the fish are doing. We'll see. If there's a chop on the water and they're being real aggressive, you can see the bite real good, but in this case, they're just not doing much at all. I've said this before, but a lot of times I've seen those fish, they'll come and pick up the scud and not even move and just kind of chew it a little bit, then spit it out and go on. In that case, you may or may not see the bite. But if you do, it's usually just a little, like I just saw. That was either a fish or me. Yeah. Ever so lightly. They might even be just touching it with their nose. I wish I had a close-up of the float, how little it moves when they eat this thing. A little bit smaller than that last one. Bit my hook just a little bit. I got them dialed in, I think. See somebody else fishing here. I think he missed. He's probably after a Sculpin. What do you think? Jackson, what do you think? He used to market those things. All right, I'm gonna fish a little bit more. I'll go a little deeper. That was pretty cool. Looked like he was, those Sculpin live in those rocks like that. He was, almost looked like he was looking under the rock trying to, because that's where they live, is under those rocks. Ah. Oh, that's, what, 4 I've missed? Hooked and missed. Hooked and come off. Missed again. He's still looking at that heron. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit longer, see if I can catch one more. hell? What do you think? I think my feet are getting cold. What do you think, Jack? Like you're a little nervous. I'm gonna run out of battery here in a minute anyhow, I think. Yep. So if my battery runs out, I don't say goodbye, have a good day, and see you tomorrow.